Hey guys, Danny here. Welcome to iDanny, and today I got an unboxing video, and today we're going to be unboxing the 7-inch Jada Ultra Street Fighter 2 The Final Challengers action figures of Chun-li and Ken. So these guys are very affordable and very amazing action figures that you can get based off of one of the greatest video games ever made, Super Street Fighter. And of course, it was a game that was exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, and it gave us a whole new roster of characters and the perfection of graphics and updated gameplay. But that is the game. This is the action figures. We're going to be unboxing these two amazing toys. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what comes in the box and how much they are worth, and the comparison that I have between these and other companies that do Street Fighter action figures. Now, there's only 3 that do Street Fighter action figures. There is, of course, Jada Toys, there is SH Figuarts, and there is the Storm Collectibles action figures. And we've unboxed a couple of them here on the channel, but I've never actually done an unboxing of the Jada figures. Now, I do have all 4 of the figures that are currently available, and it is Chun-li, it is Ken, Ryu, and Fei Long. And of course, there are more that are coming out soon, so don't miss out on those guys. These are 2 extras I did find at my local Walmart. But most of the figures I get from Jada Toys Collectibles is off of BigBadToyStore.com, which are an amazing company who deliver mint and amazing toys. Fast, easy, packaged amazing, and they are probably one of the best companies I've ever used in my life. But like I said, I found these at my local Walmart, and I wanted to pick them up because I want one of these out of box so I can display. And you guys know I'm doing the cabinet where I just have a figure of each of the characters from the Street Fighter universe. And I do have one of Ken already, but I don't have one of Chun-li, at least until something else comes out. I'm really hoping that they release one of her in her Street Fighter 6 uniform, but that's beside the point. I'm going to show you guys exactly what you get with these figures. Now, like I said, the box alone for these figures are probably the best thing I've ever made, and as you can see, it is based off of an arcade cabinet. So you have the side, which shows, of course, Ryu, Fei Long, and Cammy. And then you have the back, which shows all of our players, of course, with the nice, just detailed graphic art of Chun-li there. And then the side where it gives you information on the fighter. And of course, you have awesome Vega there and some of the big baddies. But let's open them up. I'm going to open up Chun-li first, and we're just going to see what they are. Like I said, these figures are incredible. They're affordable and probably the best figures you can get of Street Fighter for people who are in of a budget. So let's pull this out. Now, like I said, I do have extras of this, so I'm not too worried about the damage to the box, because what's going to happen is you actually do have to take it out because this is clipping onto the bottom of the package. So you're going to have to destroy the package no matter what you do. I could just easily have done it to the bottom. I could have done it that way. Let's see if I can still do this to the bottom. Let me just test this. Let's test this theory. So we're gonna open it from the bottom. Not that I don't want to destroy the box, because I don't need it, because I already have. I think I can do a really cool artwork with this box. So pull it out from the bottom. Let's see if it works. And it does, without destroying anything. So I might actually use this for something. I don't know yet, but I might do something artwork related with this. So I'm gonna put this aside. I'll keep Chun-li's. I'm gonna put that guy aside. So inside, you get the background image of her in her area in China. Of course, you have one other face, 2 other hands, and a couple of accessories. So let's open this guy up. You have it taped in the back, so make sure you get that tape first. Now, these toys might not be as articulate as some of the other higher end toys, but if that doesn't matter to you, if you're just looking for a nice collector item to show off your love of Street Fighter, then you'll really love this. So I want to keep the plastic. don't want to destroy that plastic because I'm going to need it for something. I just don't want to destroy it. All right, so I'm gonna keep that plastic put aside. Like I said, I'm gonna use it for something good. All right, so when we open it up, like I said, you have your cool background, which is pretty awesome. And then you have your main figure. You have a base, which I believe is for the accessory. We'll double check that after. You have a couple of different stuff, but you want to make sure that you take off the supports that are holding things in place. So you have her kick that you can do, so you can put her as kicking the into the air. You have another face. Let me see if I can pull it out. There we go. We have another face that you can put of Chun-Li, which is her just screaming and angrily, which would make sense if you're doing the kicks. You have the support base right here, which, like I said, I believe is for this right here. Let's see. Or maybe not. The circle is a little bit smaller than it should be. Yeah, all right, so it is for that. So you can put it like that. And then you have your base here, which I believe is just putting it through. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I did that wrong. So you have a circular part of the base, and then you have the rectangle. So let's put the circular part of the base down here, which should click in, I think. Let's see if I can get it in there. It's a little tricky. There we go. So that holds that in place, and then you have this guy, which can prop up right here. So you can do her kick if you want to. You have, let's bring out our figure. You have two hands, two separate hands. If you want to do two different poses. So you have the two different hands here to do poses. We'll put that aside. Let's get Chun-Li out here. Like I said, this is a 7-inch action figure. And Chun-Li's tied up here. All right. Let's pull it out. So you have Chun-Li out here, which, like I said, is a pretty amazing sculpt for the price point of this action figures. Like I said, it's not as articulate as some of the other ones, like the Fig Arts and Storm Collectibles, but you can still do a lot of different poses with her. Her face moves here, right? And you can pull it off. I believe you pull off. Let me see how it works. Yep, so you pull off her face, which has the joint right there, and you apply the other one to it. That makes her look nice and angry. So she's pissed. She is one angry woman that I would not want to mess with, or maybe I would. You know, she's attractive as hell. Maybe I do want to. But let's put her head back on there, because we're not gonna have her in an angry pose. So she can articulate back, forth. She has her hands, which the joints are pretty solid, so don't think that they're gonna fall apart anytime soon. It's actually pretty solid. You can turn her leg around. You can do different positions with her ankles and stuff. And of course, this is a piece of plastic. No fabric on this guy, or girl, I should say. But that is Chun-Li right there. And like I said, you can position her any way you choose, but I've not decided how we're gonna do that yet. I'm gonna put her on the side. Let's open Ken and see how Ken looks. Probably gonna keep her hands as a fist. I haven't decided yet. All right, let's open Ken. We're gonna open Ken from the side because I don't want to tear this whole box apart. We'll open him right from the bottom. Let's pull out Ken. So, like Ken, you have his background of him beside his boat. You have his Hadouken, and you have 2 different hands, and of course his face. And I like this style because they're more bulked up for matching the Street Fighter 2 atmosphere. There are a lot of figures where they seem a little skinnier than they should be, or a little bit bigger than they should be. This one's kind of nice in the middle there. So we'll pull this one apart. I don't know which background I will use, but this one has a really cool background too. I haven't decided which background. All right. So, like Chun-Li, you have the base. You have the attachment accessory, which you're gonna need for the Hadouken, which we're gonna pull that out. We got our Hadouken fireball here. Which is pretty cool because it actually has hands on the inside. Huh, how does that work? The hands are actually imprinted in there. Oh, I see now, there we go. So you have that, and then you have the slot here to put it in, which looks like that. And if you guys can see the hands right there. And of course you have your base. So you can put it on the base. There we go. So we have that on the base, so we can put that aside. And then we have his one head here, which is of course Ken in his angry face, which would be great for when he's doing the Hadouken. So we'll put that aside. And then you have his other 2 hands, which I'll show you guys right now. Pull that out. So you have his 2 other different hands, which of course are his gripped hands there, which are pretty cool. The paint so far is actually really amazing on these figures. Now, I know that I have not told you how much these figures actually cost, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's pull Ken out of here. We'll pull Mr. Ken out of the package. So we got Ken out of the package. The thing I really love is the plastic around his actual gi is actually really, really cool, and the texture of it, if you guys can see, I'm not sure if you can see the texture of this action figure, but it is very detailed, very colorful. Right out of the video game itself. And of course, like Chun-Li, you have different poses that you can do. It turns here in his torso, in his arms. The joints are nice and stiff, which is perfect. It's not gonna fall apart on you when you grab it. It is actually very, very well done. These figures are probably my favorite out of the Street Fighter action figures right now. You can even put him like that. We're not gonna change his face. I don't think I'm gonna put the angry one. Sometimes I don't care for the angry faces unless I'm doing an actual special pose. I think I'm just gonna keep him smiling with his happy face because he's about to get kick someone's ass. Well, we'll leave it like that. But these action figures, like I said, are very great for people with a budget, people who just want to have an action figure of their favorite Street Fighter characters. These go for a retail of $29.99 Canadian, and you can get them off of different websites. I was lucky enough and got them from the local Walmart to do these 2 unboxings, but most of my figures I do get from Big Bad Toy Store. I pay an extra $3 and get the master grade collectors because I don't open these ones. These ones are just special because I wanted extras for my collection. But it all depends on what your budget is, how you want to display these figures. But comparing this to the SH Fig Arts, I can guarantee you that Yes, you have more articulate poses with Fig Arts and their series of Street Fighters. The only trouble I find is that there's too much articulation. It takes away from the action figure. It makes it look a little too fake, if that's a way of saying it. Like, I know we have a lot of articulate things on our body, but having so many seams and open up areas and movements kind of take away from the illusion that this is an actual human being character that you want to display. And the really cool thing is that it actually has the spots on the bottom, so you can buy like platforms to keep them up, which I might actually look into buying. They do hold up themselves on the table, and there's no issues with that, but definitely a very awesome purchase if you're a huge Street Fighter action fan like I am and you want these figures. There are a lot more coming. We still see that there is Bison, Vega, Cammy, DJ, and a few other awesome characters that are going to be coming to the stores. So don't forget to check those out, guys, and don't forget to check out all my other awesome unboxing videos here on the channel, and hit that subscribe button so you know when new stuff comes to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.